Okay, we're back. So the next thing we want to talk about is our memory work. For memory work, the cool thing is, for those of you who have done different co-ops in the past, you can type this memory work. You do not have to have it handwritten on the board. You're welcome to use the board. There's boards in every single room. But in your Claritas book, you will see all the different subjects: math, Latin, history, science, geography, English, and timeline. I think that's all of them. So you can type out the different things, and you're going to be using games, songs, repetition. Your goal is to try to say each of the items 7 times. That's a lot, but you're really moving through the memory work fast. For example, let's see, what are the 8 parts of speech? There's a little song, 8 parts of speech: noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, conjunction, interjection, preposition, adjective. You could have them bounce a ball back to each other. You could have them hop on one foot. They have little block cube dice that you can roll that we're gonna have in the bag that comes with it. Most of you will not be teaching the first couple weeks, so you'll get a good idea of what any given memory work session would look like, and you're gonna have tools to use that are already there. Hold on just a second. Sorry. Okay, so these are the maps that we're gonna use. Each kid is gonna have their own map. This is the teacher's map. It's labeled. Sorry. The student maps are not labeled. So you are gonna be able to have them point, show me, tell me. So you could say, okay, this is Ghana. Everybody put your finger on Ghana. Okay, we're gonna put a dot with a marker on Ghana. Okay, everybody now erase Ghana. Now move to Nigeria. Okay, let's put a dot on Ghana, and then Nigeria. Okay, Simon says erase Nigeria. Whatever. You could do games with that, Simon says, but these are what the maps will look like. There's 4 maps that you're gonna use. They're all in the back of your book, but you will have them in the bag that comes every week that we'll make sure is there. Okay, so we're gonna make sure that we're presenting the memory work with and without the songs. We don't wanna just play the songs that are on our awesome CD every single time. We wanna say them, we wanna chant them, we wanna say them with music, without music. Have kids say them in groups of 2 or 3. We don't wanna single anybody out, but in groups of 2 or 3 is fine, and however we wanna have them be moving and it be really fun. And again, you're gonna get most of your training by watching the people before you. I think that is pretty much it for the memory work. So let's move on to presentations. So during presentations, it's a little bit different. We are having 2 groups of students present. So there's an A group and a B group. So each week it's by family. Let me make sure this is all clear. My family, both my kids in different classes will be presenting on even weeks. Another family will be presenting on odd weeks. So every 2 weeks, your family will have a presentation. And really all that means is that we get to have a designated snack time. So there'll be 15 minutes during that presentation period where you can facilitate snacks. The kids can just hang out and talk. Moms can talk. It's just casual in your seat. Clean up your snack. And then after that, you will lead 5 minutes of skills time. So we've gone through and identified 28 skills or 26 skills, I think, and then 2 weeks of review. Stuff like fidgeting too much, speaking clearly. For example, speaking clearly, you could totally go in and say, why is it important that when we're communicating that we speak clearly? Okay, I'm gonna have my so-and-so mom come up here and I want you to speak really clearly and have that mom speak clearly. And you would be the one that would mumble and maybe not speak clearly or loudly, and then for them to talk about why was it so much better when the person speak clearly, or how was it more effective? Which one did you learn more from? You could add in facts, or I don't know. So there's 26 of those. The topics are specified, so you will not have to come up with a topic. You'll just have to expand on the topic and find a way to make it fun for them to learn, engaging. And again, it's very much about discussion, getting them involved in the conversation. For the littles, this might be really tricky. You might just be working every week on standing still, speaking clearly. You can present that information, but make it really basic and super fun for them so that they can just be excited to be up there. During their presentations, like with those little itty bitties, they might just barely want to hold on to your leg. And I had one kid one year who whispered everything to me, and I spoke for him, and that's okay at that young age. We're just encouraging them slowly to get up in front of people. So the presentations should be 3 minutes each. So we encourage you to have your phone out, or have another mom be keeping track of the clock, and then you can kind of wave your hand or whatever that way to say, okay, time's up. But usually kids don't talk for more than 3 minutes. That's a long time. And if they do, we have a little bit of leeway. But we're really trying to work on that concise presentation. Then after, there'll be 1 minute where three kids can ask one question, and a time for how to improve and where you did really good. So we call them glows and grows. They're provided by the teacher and the students. So the students can chime in and say, hey, you did really awesome today, speaking clearly, or I saw that you were looking around the room making great eye contact. Again, something you'll learn as you watch other people before you. So I think that is presentations. So the two other areas are art and composers, and really those are going to be 3 weeks of each within the history loop. So we took out 6 of the weeks of history to add in art and composers. I don't know that any of you who are getting this last minute training will be doing that, because we have a couple teachers who had signed up for them already. So Katie Nyberg will be specifically speaking to those people who are in charge of that time. I believe that is all of the specific training that we need for this week. So if you guys have any questions, contact any of us. You have all of our information, or you can send an email to the Claritas email, and we can be super available to you. So hopefully you got what you needed, and we'll see you soon.